The trauma of child marriage never goes away. Children who have been forced into marriage live with the pains. Anne was forced into marrying a man against her will before she was 10. She lost her childhood, which can never be regained. She was given out by her father to a school teacher who took away her womanhood and treated her unfairly. At 60, she narrates her story, remembering all the horrors she had experienced as a child bride.
When they say child bride, if somebody is a child, how will she be a bride? A bride is supposed to be a matured person. So this is the situation I found myself. Came home, was in school in Kano doing very well. I was living with my elder sister and the husband. And suddenly, my father felt that I was too pretty and my virginity needed to be protected. And I was too brilliant. So I would be too exposed, and suddenly felt I should be married off. And who are the categories of persons that enjoy the privilege of marrying the best of women? Once you are categorized as one of the best, I remember I would be asked to go to their family because we were very close. You go to the family house and you go and sleep there. So I'll be wondering, why should I sleep? Why should I go to this house and sleep?
Okay, ma.
Yes. I also realized I hate this virgin me, unfortunately.
The UNICEF country director says child marriage endangers children's health and continues to put children at risk.
In 2019, 3,500 girls died at birth. And that is a huge number. And this is because, of course, on one side is if the services are not available, but on the other side there are real complications during pregnancy, and it's because the body is not ready. And what we are doing in the country is that you are creating girls having baby girls or baby boys, and this definitely affects their health. The other reason it affects, of course, their education. Many girls, as soon as they marry, they stop going to school. So basically, they become illiterate. They don't know how to read, they don't know how to write. And of course, that in the future, when you find out you have 3, 5, 8 children, how can you provide if you are not prepared for life? And that's a sort of vicious circle.
Families give their children out to men for various reasons. Chief among them are poverty, culture, and ignorance. For this human rights lawyer, the punishment for violators of Child Rights Act, which has been domesticated in 24 states of Nigeria, are clear. But most people are afraid of taking up the fight against the menace, which enjoy religious and cultural acceptance, as some claims.
We haven't seen the law enforcement going after any male that engages or contracts a marriage with a female that is under the age of 18. Section 21 of the Child Rights Act expressly prohibits it, and states to the extent that any female, and to a large extent male, that is under 18 that gets into marriage, it's illegal. So we will look forward to a situation where many of those persons, either for religious or cultural reasons, decide to marry underage girls, are actually punished and made a public sort of a public censure. It's made against them. We haven't seen much of that, and that's the reason why it has been on the rise. Again, we haven't seen much of the campaign against child marriages. There's this somewhat fear of not trying to rock the boat, especially the religious and cultural boat, by being quiet, especially in areas, particularly in northern Nigeria. In that case, we need to rely more in cooperating with traditional rulers and religious leaders to let them sound out the message that marrying a girl that is under 18 in Nigeria is not only illegal but punishable.
Here in Nigeria's capital, some residents want child marriage abolished, while others suggest tougher punishment for perpetrators.
There's a lot of young girls that have gone through a lot, but they don't have the voice, and people are not speaking for them. Some of them, yes, definitely they are forced into the marriage, which is improper. It's not good, but they don't have that voice.
Illiteracy is part of it, but the major driver of child marriage is poverty. Because from maybe the affluent, you see that when these things happen, it's the affluent in our societies that go for the vulnerable poor and exploit them. So I think poverty is one of the drivers of child marriage. Then illiteracy is part of it. Then government, the National Orientation Agency, should enlighten parents against this kind of things. What they should do is strengthen our laws. We already have laws, but it should be strengthened to make sure that the people that does this kind of thing, there's a prescribed punishment for it. That is where I say that the National Assembly should come into it. State houses of assembly should also do it, because it should go to the grassroots. They should pass laws that outlaws that kind of marriage.
But I know some people also do it based on political affluence. Maybe from one wedding family wants to marry the other, for a reason they do that for some certain. Even that should also be stopped. I feel the era or the time has come whereby people should be given rights and freedom to do whatever they want to do, and give them good proper education, give them sense of belonging. You understand? Let them know themselves. Because marriage is a journey for life.
Experts say Nigeria is a home to nearly 26 million child brides, which 2 in 5 young women are married in childhood. Medically, a child matures at the age of 18 once. Any child who marries before that age is deemed not have been married voluntarily. Child marriage remains a violation of the rights of a child involved, although child marriage started in the 21st century and differs from countries to countries. Nigeria is amongst countries with high rates of child marriage. The task of fighting child marriage may not be easy to accomplish, but until this is accomplished, partly through fighting poverty and enlightening parents, more children will continue to go through this ugly experience. Punarman Benjamin, Arise News.